Carson's Corner is a black LGBTQ-owned small business. They sell merchandise and apparel on pop culture franchises such as Dragon Ball, King of the Hill, Sailor Moon, and of course and most importantly, Power Rangers. If you're interested in getting their amazing merch, be sure to check them out at carsoncorner.com. Link will be down below.
So we've been gone, but not forgotten, because we've been going to multiple screenings of Shin Kamen Rider. Hope you guys got both chances to watch it. You know, or at least taken advantage of at least one of them if you've missed the other one. How you guys doing? It's Thursday evening, night, and we're almost at the end of the week, which is great. And I hope you guys are able to keep it cool, because North Hemisphere, summer's around the corner, and no one knows that better than my partner here, Jared. Jared, how are you doing? Jared?
I'm still trying to read between the lines. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I give up.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, and be safe in Canada. Yeah, not been fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's not been fun couple of days.
No, it's not. But yeah, you know, the whole reading between the lines thing, you know, it's like, it's a valuable skill that unfortunately not a lot of people have. So are we in the wrong to assume that a person should use that skill? Or are they in the wrong for not having it in the first place?
It's more of just be straight up.
Yeah.
I say be straight up. None of this read between the lines crap. Either way, everybody, well, while my internet bugs out, this is still Ohsama Sentai KingOhger, episode 14.
Together with Moffun. Moffun, such a adorable, lovable Yeti of a character. Actually, you know, it's kind of interesting how it's like, it's a Yeti. Like, you have this whole world full of robotic arthropoda and mollusks. And yeah, you have this one animal that's an actual mammal. That's like a fictional character. I find that interesting. Yeah.
We can get spin-offs on everything. If we can get Kamen Rider Shinobi, why can't we have Moffun?
Yeah. Which reminds me, I'm still mad about, you know, Tycoon not getting a power-up that was severely hinted on all arc. And there was like no payoff for it yet.
Well, I wasn't here for Kamen Rider Keats, but I will say Tycoon will get his time to shine very soon. I do hope within this next arc.
Yeah, I mean, he'd better. Otherwise,
oh yeah, 10 out of 10. I love Keats 9. Love it.
Because like Sarah becoming a writer seems completely redundant at this point.
I think I said she probably became a writer just because her sister was Oni's sister, and they needed to, you know, since they had her here, might as well, right? So.
Yeah, or I can make the South Park joke where it's like you're always the Tokuhiro's sister, but never the Tokuhiro. Yeah, so we get an interesting start to the episode because we got a praying mantis taking on a spider. And just so you guys know, the praying mantis is the Saiyan of the insect world. It always looks for a bigger opponent to fight, but spiders eat praying mantids, so you know, Himeno has got that Black Air Force energy in this scene. Yo, you okay?
I'll be right back.
After these messages, after these messages, after these messages, he'll be right back. But seriously though, like you have to admit, like this is Black Air Force energy because you got a praying mantis, which is the Super Saiyan of the insect world, going after a species that normally hunts after praying mantis. It's like you're a psycho, girl. You're a psycho. I still love you, but you're a psycho. And yeah, so she tries to catch up to Spider Kumanos because she suspects that he might actually be the one involved in God's Wrath from 15 years ago. And she questions him about it. And of course, as Jez always does, you've got to read between the lines. Why is no one reading between the lines? It's like there was a PBS show based on that phrase, between the lions. Between the covers of a book, have a look between the lines. Anyways, so but you know, she's not having it. She's thoroughly convinced that Jeremy was the one involved in God's Wrath, especially since he had a cicada Zord following the Tarantula Zord. And of course he's like, listen, you know, like Zor, the other shoe gods, they love God Tarantula, you know, he's a cool dude, you know. Have you ever considered that they're just like hanging out of their own free will? And you know, there is a lot of cicadas out there. You can't just assume that my cicada was the one that was directly involved in the God's Wrath incident. There were a lot of cicadas involved. You know, that seems kind of like entomophobic. I mean, it's partially a correct term to refer to this as entomophobia. I mean, more accurately, like you're discriminating against a very specific species of insects, but also you have a fear of insects if you're entomophobic. So it kind of goes both ways. Anyway, so right before she's about to take down Jeremy, Sebastian shows up and says, "Wait, this is not your selfish way." And then another one shows up, "Wait, this is not your selfish way." And you're thinking, oh my god, it's Sebastian and Gira. But it's not. That, I don't know if the other one was Gira or not, but one of them is actually the Mayfly dude from the previous episode, disguised as Sebastian. And he uses it as a ploy to just like to sneak away with Jeremy. And I like that he's still an ongoing character. You know, let's hope that he stays for a while, like the crocodile phone dude from Abba Ranger. But yeah, you know what would make this joke work even better is if there were 3 Sebastians, because that way you would have the real Sebastian and Gira and the Mayfly all together, because in the previous episode, Gira was disguised as Sebastian, and the Mayfly can shapeshift to other people. So this could work. This could actually work, because rule of threes. But no, they cut it. So time for yet another obligatory JoJo reference. Death Narok is fighting with Kenzo from the Dolphin Street prison. And yes, I may as well refer to him as Kenzo, because this dude is clearly using feng shui style assassination. You know, so that's how it comes off. Because like he's got like the whole like Tai Chi thing going on, and like he's like ebbing and flowing in a way that is the most optimal to his tactics. So yeah, that's a thing. But of course, you know, Death Narok says, okay, good. I want you to attack humans because humans have pity, which we do not. Therefore, you will attack the humans so that you could draw out God Tarantula, which is actually a clever plan. Bad guys do it all the time in Marvel and DC properties, so why not here? It kind of makes sense. Meanwhile, Jeremy gets captured by everyone, and Rita, being the only logical and fair person in the squad, well, semi-logical, more logical and fair than Jimeno in this episode, decides to put him on trial for the suspicion that he was involved in the God's Wrath incident. And of course, like always, he tells her to read between the lines. Of course, she's not having it, so she says, "Give me a straight answer, or you can add perjury to your crimes in court." Which, yeah, as if you don't know, perjury is a crime that makes your case a lot worse. So you definitely don't want to do that. And he says, "Nope, I was probably taking a nap back then, so there's like nothing I could say about it. I have no memory of God's wraths, because like to me, 15 years ago is like a Tuesday. I don't know what you expect me to say. I probably had nothing to do with it." And of course, Jimeno is really angry, and she's like, "Gira, you need to find Sasori. I need to know where Sasori is." He's like, "I'm not gonna look for him. I'm not gonna look for her because, yeah, she was hanging out with Jez out of her own free will." She's like, "No, he was. The shoe gods were being controlled with mind control. I just know it." And Gira's like, "Yo, chill. Sasori probably just really likes God Tarantula, because God Tarantula's a pretty cool dude. All three shoe gods like him. Even that one cicada likes him. Have you ever considered that?" Of course, she's not having it. I'm sorry to say that while up to this point, Jimeno was my favorite of the 5 Rangers, this is probably her worst character episode so far, because she's got no chill. Like I was impressed by like her ability to maintain her chill in episodes 3 and 5 and 8 and 7 and kind of 8, but here she's like really out of character. I mean, I get it. She's Batman. She's got to avenge her parents, but even Bruce Wayne knows how to keep his cool when he's confronting Robert Chill. So there's that. But Morphonia, I'm surprised Jared's not here to comment on this, but hopefully he'll be back soon enough, finds evidence of where he was 15 years ago. He was taking a nap, just like he said. And yes, because he's taking a nap for 15 years straight, everyone is just looking at him like a sideshow freak. Well, at least that's one creepypasta that we could confirm. People can speculate about Slender Man or Jeff the Killer or the No One House, but hey, at least we know that the man in the spider mask is real. He's right here, sleeping. Apparently, they call him the living corpse for some reason. And of course, he says, "I want to apologize to Jimeno, but if you grant me this right, I will give you one more. I'll give you information about." "I will give you information about Moffun." Moffun! You gotta tell me everything. Yeah, I think we can all agree. The one thing that we love most about Rita is the fact that Rita is the biggest Moffun fan. And I love how in an earlier episode, Rita goes full Kakashi about spoilers. It's like, no, don't spoil the episode. Now that I think about it, Rita doesn't get that much screen time in general. Even Kaguragi gets more screen time because he's plotting and scheming his schemes and plots. But Rita doesn't show up very often in this season. That's kind of odd, if you ask me. Anyway, so Rita does explain what happened during the God's Wrath incident and how um, Jimeno was traumatized that her parents were killed in the line of duty. Basically, we got it's a Virgil Hawkins backstory where like his mom was a paramedic during a riot and she got killed on the line of duty. So like, yeah, this is Batman meets Virgil Hawkins. I'm curious if have there ever been any comics of what Virgil Hawkins becomes an adult, like for his day job? Because like I just know him from playing a teenager. It'd be cool if he becomes a medic. Anyways, anyways, she is kicking a lot of butt while this backstory is being explained, and it's really cool because she is precise and surgical with her attacks, while this guy's using feng shui assassination, just like Kenzo in his Dragon's Dream, in order to dodge her attack. So it's actually a pretty fun fight. It's like watching a Wuxia film, but with less pretense in the special effects department. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I love kung fu movies, but I'm not a fan of CGI superpowers in kung fu movies. Those kind of annoy and distract me. I mean, I do make some exceptions, like the Middle Kingdom. No, the Forbidden Kingdom. Can't remember that one movie where Jet Li plays Sun Wukong. I like that one, but the thing is, it takes place in a fantasy realm, like, so that's fine. And the main character doesn't have a wuxia powers; he's just a normal teenager. I haven't read or watched American Born Chinese, but I know it's about the son of Wukong. You know what? That's what the book should have been called, if anything. Anywho, but the point is, this choreography was done surprisingly well, and then after the fight is over, everyone else confronts Himeno. Girl, you're off your rocker. You do not want people to see the way you are now. And she's like, well, why should? Because that's not what Moffun would have wanted.
They didn't want her to become Batman, basically.
Yeah, like basically, I like to imagine. Part of me likes this as that version of Batman where Kal-El crash landed on Gotham instead of Smallville, and so like Bruce, who's a Kryptonian,
Yeah.
his parents get killed, becomes Batman, but then has latent Kryptonian powers. It's like you're not the Batman we need, but the Superman we deserve.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we find out why the show Moffun and Friends was made. And yeah, this is
find out it
adorable.
exists because it needed to cheer up a kid.
Yep, one very specific kid, one who has gone through a lot of trauma, and I think that's adorable. I also want to, if I haven't mentioned that before, I props to the casting director. The little girl that they cast for young Himeno actually does kind of look like the adult actress. It's like they could just cast any random kid that doesn't look like the adult actor and just say, well, maybe they went through radical puberty, but no, like there's enough of a resemblance. Just like Michael Gatto and Jason Frank, like at the time, they actually did look like child and teenage versions of each other. Anyways.
Damn it. This thing is not. Oh my god.
Yeah. It's the fires.
Damn. Connection.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to go reset my Wi-Fi, so I'm gonna just give my ratings quick. 10 out of 10. Love this episode. Himeno.
Himeno what?
And
Himeno what?
Himeno is amazing. Morphonia, we need more Morphonia.
Yep.
Moffun, give me a Moffun and me spinoff. Give me that Moffun and me spinoff. And oh yeah, and Racules is a douchebag. Racules, I want to just. Oh, if my internet was not so jank right now, I would just go on a rant.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna save that for next week because I hate Racules. Poor Kaguragi.
Yeah. I'll say this. The one thing about Mofun being there to cheer up Himeno is it does make me think about the 199 Heroes movie, where like the whole reason why that movie was made was because of the Tohoku earthquake. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually show that movie
All
to my
this-
students. Because we always have, like, every now and then there's always a unit about plate tectonics, which means I have to talk about earthquakes, which means I have to talk about earthquakes. And one of the most recent earthquakes in his like major earthquakes in history was the Tohoku earthquake. So, like, as a part of a cultural experience, I show the kids 199 Heroes. We gotta read subtitles. Yes, you do. You gotta read subtitles. You already read subtitles when you watch your Hunters and your Demon Slayers and your Jujutsu Kaisens. Subtitles help your literacy skills.
All right, I have to go reset my router.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm about to go reset my router. So, like I said, episode is 10 out of 10. I'll see you all next.
So we get a giant robot fight, and this time the spider cuts everyone loose, and it is awesome. Like, the threads get cut off, all 4 Zords attack the guy independently, and it is really cool. They're going like full combi. And then we get a finisher scene that high key reminds me of Bayonetta in the scene where she has to fight against Sapienta in the first game, in the giant ocean, because you do use a giant spider to destroy it, and you're on top of a body of waters. This is just beautiful. And yes, you got the 3 shoe gods right there. And I love seeing the size scaling, how much bigger God Tarantula is compared to the other 3. Meanwhile, while we try to reconcile and be straight to the point, you're left wondering, where the heck was Kaguragi in all of this? Well, turns out he was talking to Racules, as he always is, and he asked, "How is my sister doing? Would you like to see her?" "Oh no, I've accepted the possibility I'll never see her again." Yeah, so Kaguragi's sister is being held hostage by Racules. So the next episode, we better do some infiltration and search and rescue. Like, we're going full filthy 12 on this one. We're even gonna make a game plan, and we're gonna make it rhyme. That's right. 1, the operation's just begun. 2, the bugs are through. 3, tie the spider web to the tree. 4, destroy the door. Yeah, we're gonna keep going with that, all the way up to D-Day. Anyways, that's episode 14 of the show. Let us know what you guys thought in the comments section. If you are writing to us live, we will display your comments right here at the bottom of the screen. I actually do give this one a 10. Actually, I give it a 9.5, because the one thing I disliked about it is the out of character Black Air Force energy that Himeno displayed. Don't get me wrong, there's good Black Air Force energy, and then there's bad Black Air Force energy. And the pretty princess being, well, the pretty queen being being a tough cookie, that is cool. But her just being angry and vindictive, that did not go well with me. That's literally the one downside I had about it. I liked the other character interactions. I love like Jeremy interacting with Rita, and Rita reacting to news about Moffun. I love learning more about Jeremy's backstory, about how like he's just he's just doing whatever Jeremy wants to do. And again, I love the individual Zord fights, because honestly, in most Sentai, we don't see the individual mecha just like duke it out. We usually either have just the Red Ranger Zord duke it out, or go full Megazord and duke it out together. But here, we actually do get a lot more individual mecha putting up a fight, and I respect that. And I do love that the plot thickens. So, 9.5 out of 10, and you guys understand why I had to take out the other 0.5. So, let us know what you guys thought. Psycho Orange said, "Hello there, guys. Hello. How you doing?" Chest of Greatness says, "It's Moffun time, except it's not Rita's Moffun time." Yeah. 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 She recognizes the cicada Shuga to pay up the people who called it. Yeah. Pay us up. Okay. Oh no, Kevin got him. Oh, I get it. You named him Kevin because he's a minion. Geraldus Himawan. He seems new to there. Seems like you're a first time commenter. So nice to meet you, Geraldus. Grandpa Jeremy is so boomer. He slept for 15 years and thinks everybody on the same terms. Yeah. Please don't die in the end. Yeah, Mayfly. Another Shinken Blue doing the Geki Ranger technique. Yes. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. When I saw this dude's face, I was thinking this looks like Shinken Blue, because it actually, you know what? That this might actually be a repurposed helmet. I cannot confirm it, but it almost does, because it does look like a Mizu kanji. So it is what it is. But I'll have to look back at the production notes for that one. Fun fact: Moffun anime has a total of 4,000 episodes, and Toei Tokusatsu fan club announced to air it. Wow, that's a lot of that's 4 times as many as One Piece, and 3 times as many as Kamen Rider. Actually, more than 3 times. Actually, less than 3 times as many as Kamen Rider, because we're already like almost 1,600 episodes in on that one. No night mode yet. Yama's first piloting Kiji Bada. Yeah. Oh yeah, the girl from episode 3 is back. Suzume reveal. That's awesome. Thank goodness the actor's twin brother in a princess wig and costume. Yeah. Oh yeah, how does Tarantula swing around when there's no building around large areas? Is a cicada carrying him? That's actually funny. No, I actually wonder about that sometimes, like when it comes to Spider-Man. Like when he's in like Manhattan, I get it. There are a lot of tall buildings to swing from. But Spider-Man would never be able to function in Los Angeles, because while there are some metropolitan buildings, there are too few and far in between for him to be actually efficient with his web slinging, at least for traversal. That this is something that a lot of people don't really think too much about when it comes to superheroes. But this is what got me into Georgia the Jungle. Let's be honest. But moving right along, I hope she doesn't even get the crushies on Gira after the rescue. Oh boy. This comment is another instance why I need to be rewatching Black Clover, because how many random female characters got rescued by Asta and then develop a crush on Asta to someone else's grievance? And heck, in one particular case, Marie, Goshi's little sister, got a crush on Asta, And Ghosh is not too fond of that. Because I'm the only man who should be in my sweet Marie's life. Dude, you're creepy. You're creepy. You're creepy, dude. But that's why Ghosh is also my least favorite Black Bull. So there's that. Oh yeah, how does Tarantula swing around when there's no buildings? Wait, I think we just did that one. I hope that there's a Moffun convention and Rita is there, but in disguise. That would be funny. I'm not gonna lie though. Oh, next week's Bugnarok is another Black RX. Yep. And that's it for the comments. Thank you all for watching this week's episode of our Sentai Hero Special on Ohsama Sentai KingOhger. If you enjoyed watching this, please comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and please ding the bell icon on YouTube so you could be notified on our latest episodes. We do Ohsama Sentai KingOhger every Thursday, 7:15 p.m. Pacific, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time, and in the same time slot on Tuesdays, we also do Kamen Rider Geats. We just did episode 38, and we're going to do episode 39 next Tuesday, so stick around for that. Also, be sure to check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to that channel as well. For video game news and movie reviews, we recently did Detective Pikachu, and we're actually going to do Sonic the Hedgehog next, but we're going to do it on Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern, because this Sunday Ryan and I are going to Robo Toy Fest at the Pasadena Convention Center. Be sure to get your tickets as soon as possible because there's a lot of collector pins. You will have three of the Dino Fury Rangers, and you'll also get to meet Hiro Yui from Gundam Wing, as well as most of the cast of Robotech. So be sure to check that out. And be sure to go to Japan World Heroes in August. We'll be there as well, where you can meet the actor who played Go on Red. And but yeah, that's why we moved Sonic the Hedgehog to Saturdays. This Saturday. But also this Saturday on the Morphin Network, we're going to be reviewing the one, the only Shin Kamen Rider. Yes, the new movie that just came out and just aired for 2 nights only last week. We are going to be reviewing that movie 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so be sure to stick around for that. All that and more on these 2 channels, so be sure to stay up to date on all of that. Until next time, guys, it's been real. Stay safe, stay hydrated, hug your loved ones, update your emergency kits, wear a weather-appropriate attire, and may you all have a wonderful weekend. And for those of you who are going to Pasadena on Sunday, I hope to see you guys physically there. Peace.